Get ready to witness the animal kingdom like never before, where size alone can leave you stunned. From record-breaking elephants to creatures that look like they belong to another age. These are not ordinary animals. These are nature's true giants. Captured on camera, in moments so real they'll make you question what's possible. Here are 40 of the largest animals and creatures ever caught on camera. The majestic Asiatic elephant in India. In an open field in India, a legendary Asiatic elephant stands in quiet majesty. Its towering frame and long curved tusks make it one of nature's greatest masterpieces. Beneath the warm sunlight, the giant moves slowly, pulling grass with its trunk and chewing with calm grace. Each motion feels deliberate, like a ritual of strength and peace. The air is still, broken only by the rustle of grass, a moment of pure natural power. The massive Chinese giant salamander. In a silent pond, something ancient stirs beneath the surface. Slowly, a massive Chinese giant salamander glides into view, its mottled skin blending perfectly with the muddy water. Its wide head and slow movements give it a prehistoric look, a living fossil from another time. Each ripple it makes seems measured and deliberate. As the camera zooms in, its rough texture and strange calm remind us that some creatures truly belong to another era. The black wolf of Georgia. Deep in the misty forests of Georgia, a rare predator emerges. A massive black wolf drinks from a quiet riverbank, its dark coat merging with the shadows. The camera captures every slow, calculated movement as it turns its head and locks eyes with the person filming. The silence is electric. Step by step, the wolf approaches, not in rage, but with curiosity. One glance is enough to remind you who truly owns the wild. The giant moose on an Alaskan highway. Late one cold night in Alaska, a driver spots a towering shape in the road ahead. The camera shakes as a massive moose calmly walks down the highway, its body dwarfing every car around it. Unbothered by lights or sound, it strides forward with quiet authority. Each step echoes through the still night. The man filming calls out playfully, but the moose doesn't flinch. Nature moves at its own pace, and it doesn't move for anyone. The record-breaking Wels catfish of Italy. Along an Italian riverbank, a fisherman stands beside an unbelievable catch. An enormous Wels catfish stretches nearly 9 feet long, glistening in the sunlight. Its silver body looks more like a sea monster than a fish. The man's expression says it all: awe, disbelief, pride. Cameras flash as he kneels beside it, realizing he's caught something few ever will. This is more than a fish. It's a record-breaking reminder of what still hides beneath the water. The ancient sea turtle returns to the ocean. On a warm beach, a massive sea turtle inches its way toward the waves. Every movement is heavy, deliberate, and full of grace. People watch in silence, phones in hand, knowing they're witnessing something rare. Its flippers make deep marks in the sand, traces of a life lived over centuries. When it finally reaches the water, it transforms, gliding powerfully into the sea. In seconds, it disappears beneath the blue, returning home to the deep. The Andean condor's colossal wingspan. High in the mountains, a shadow falls across the rocks. A giant Andean condor stands still, its piercing eyes scanning the horizon. The tourists nearby whisper in awe, too stunned to move. Then, with a sudden gust, the bird spreads its wings, wider than any human is tall. Feathers ripple like waves in the wind as it takes flight, soaring effortlessly over the peaks. For a moment, it feels less like a bird and more like a legend. The giant predator on the beach. A peaceful day by the sea turns into something unforgettable. A massive sea creature feasts near the shoreline, its jaws snapping with raw strength. The man filming can barely contain his excitement, calling it the moment he's waited for all his life. Each bite shows nature's dominance, silent and absolute. As the creature finishes and slides away into the waves, the crowd stands frozen, humbled by the pure, untamed power they just witnessed. The humpback whale feeding frenzy. The ocean surface shimmers calm and silver until it explodes. A massive humpback whale bursts upward, mouth wide, swallowing thousands of anchovies in one thunderous motion. Water sprays into the air as the sea itself seems to rise. Then, just as suddenly, it's over. The whale sinks back beneath the surface, leaving only ripples and gasps from those watching. In that fleeting moment, people glimpse the true scale of the ocean's power. The breaching manta ray. On still blue waters, a sudden splash breaks the silence. A gigantic manta ray rockets out of the sea, wings spread wide like a bird in flight. For a few breathtaking seconds, it hangs in the air, sunlight glinting off its smooth skin. Then, with a thunderous crash, it slams back into the water. The crew cheers in disbelief. They've just witnessed one of nature's rarest displays, proof that even the ocean can still surprise us. The giant water buffalo. At a quiet farm in Thailand, a massive figure steps into view. The crowd falls silent as a water buffalo taller than any they've ever seen walks forward, calm, steady, and proud. His name is King Kong, and he truly lives up to it. Towering over his handlers, weighing more than a ton, he commands respect with every move. Recognized by the Guinness World Records, this gentle giant is nature's living monument to strength. The big fin squid. Deep beneath the Gulf of Mexico, a remote camera captures something out of this world. Floating in the darkness, a giant big-fin squid drifts into view, its long arms bending like jointed ribbons. Each tentacle moves with slow, eerie precision, stretching more than 20 feet. The deep-sea silence makes the moment even stranger. Scientists watching from above can hardly believe it. Rarely seen alive, this mysterious creature seems more alien than earthly. As it vanishes into the abyss, the ocean closes around it, keeping its ancient secrets hidden once again. The alligator gar. In murky river water, something massive glides just below the surface. A gigantic alligator gar emerges, its armor-like scales glinting in the sun. Nearly 8 feet long, it looks like a prehistoric relic, part fish, part monster. Its tooth-filled jaw opens slowly, revealing power built for survival. The camera captures its unblinking stare as it drifts closer, curious yet cold. Another gar follows behind, smaller but equally fierce. For a moment, time stands still. Watching them feels like peering into Earth's distant past, where ancient predators still reign beneath the surface. The dominant Siberian tiger. Inside a wildlife reserve, a powerful Siberian tiger strides into the open. Instantly, every other tiger in sight goes still. No growls, no conflict, only quiet submission. His presence alone commands the scene. He walks slowly, his massive paws pressing into the dirt with steady authority. The air feels tense but calm, filled with silent respect. This isn't chaos, it's order, nature's own hierarchy playing out before human eyes. The dominant tiger pauses for a brief glance, then continues forward, king of his territory, confident and completely unchallenged.
The giant squid encounter. A group of kayakers enjoys a calm day on the water until the sea stirs violently beside them. Out of the deep, a giant squid lunges upward, wrapping its long tentacles around a nearby surfboard. Shouts echo across the waves as the creature grips tighter, testing its strength. One kayaker barely keeps balance as the squid shifts its hold toward the boat. Its red skin flashes beneath the sunlight, powerful and terrifying. After a tense moment, it releases its grip and disappears below, leaving behind only swirling bubbles and pounding hearts. The Tanzanian elephant. In the vast plains of Tanzania, something colossal moves among the trees. A massive elephant, perhaps the largest alive today, strolls through the golden grass. Its tusks sweep downward like curved ivory blades, gleaming in the sun. Weighing nearly 8,000 kilograms, it moves with the calm rhythm of a creature that fears nothing. Each step leaves a deep mark in the soil. Tourists stand frozen, whispering in awe. For a few moments, all eyes are on this ancient giant, a breathtaking reminder of nature's true scale and beauty. The African rock python. A calm afternoon on a farm in Africa turns into a moment of stunned silence. A gigantic African rock python slithers through the tall grass, its thick muscles rippling beneath patterned scales. Nearly 6 meters long, it glides with haunting ease. The people filming whisper nervously as it passes by, every movement deliberate and silent. Known as one of the world's largest snakes, this python commands instant respect. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it vanishes into the underbrush, proof that some of nature's biggest predators prefer to remain unseen. The humpback whale collision. In Portsmouth Harbor, a fishing boat drifts peacefully until the sea explodes. Out of nowhere, a massive humpback whale breaches the surface and crashes directly onto the vessel. The impact sends water spraying and passengers tumbling into the ocean. Nearby, stunned witnesses record the unbelievable sight, their voices trembling in shock. Within seconds, the whale slides back into the depths, leaving behind splintered debris and 2 shaken survivors. Though terrifying, the encounter serves as a reminder. The ocean belongs to its giants, and humans are only visitors here. The racing tortoises. At a reptile park in South Dakota, 2 massive Aldabra tortoises surprise onlookers by suddenly charging across the grass. Laughter and amazement fill the air. These giants, usually slow and calm, are moving with real speed. One, named Tank, leads the way, his 250-kilogram body gliding faster than anyone thought possible. As he reaches his food, the reason becomes clear. Even nature's slowest creatures can move quickly when it matters. The crowd claps and cheers. For once, the world's oldest reptiles have stolen the spotlight with pure determination. The Great White Shark Encounter. In the blue waters of Guadalupe Island, divers descend into a steel cage, ready for a controlled encounter. But nature has other plans. Out of the deep, a massive great white shark charges toward the cage, jaws wide. The water churns as the creature slams into the bars, forcing its way forward. Cameras shake, hearts race. Its eyes roll back, protecting them as it thrashes with terrifying force. Then, just as quickly, it retreats into the dark. The divers emerge shaken, having witnessed raw ocean power up close. The giant Brahma rooster. On a quiet farmyard, a small coop door opens, and out steps a rooster unlike any other. Towering over every bird around, the Brahma rooster moves with majestic confidence. Its thick legs, massive chest, and puffed feathers make it look unreal, like something out of a fantasy film. The people recording can hardly believe their eyes as it struts calmly across the pen, each step deliberate and proud. Despite its monstrous size, the bird shows no aggression, only dignity. In that moment, the gentle giant rules the yard with pure presence. The giant centipede. In a dimly lit room, the camera pans across a white floor when something long and sinister crawls into view. A giant centipede nearly a foot in length. Its countless legs click softly as it glides, antennae twitching with precision. Then a human hand appears beside it, steady and fearless. The centipede climbs, wrapping itself around the arm in eerie silence. Each segment moves with unnatural grace, its grip light but firm. The handler doesn't flinch. It's mesmerizing and horrifying, a reminder of the strange and unsettling beauty that lurks in nature's smallest giants. The Atlas moth. In a quiet garden, a flash of color catches someone's eye. Resting near a net is an Atlas moth, one of the largest insects on Earth. Its wings stretch nearly a foot across, patterned like a snake's head, a clever defense against predators. As the camera focuses, the moth slowly opens its wings, revealing intricate designs that shimmer in the light. It barely moves, serene and otherworldly. For a few minutes, the world seems to pause, mesmerized by this gentle giant. Proof that even the smallest corners of nature hold wonders beyond imagination. The giant sturgeon. Along a murky riverbank, a fisherman struggles with a pull so strong it nearly drags him in. After a tense battle, he hauls up a monstrous sturgeon longer than he is tall and weighing hundreds of pounds. Its armored body glistens like polished steel, its ancient eyes calm and watchful. Holding it beside him, the man realizes he's touching living history, a species that has barely changed for millions of years. With quiet respect, he releases the river giant back into the current, watching it vanish into the depths, like a ghost from another age. The mountain gorilla encounter. High in the misty mountains, a group of hikers walks a narrow trail. When branches rustle behind them, they turn and freeze. A massive mountain gorilla is following, walking calmly on the same path. The air fills with tension, yet the gorilla shows no anger, only quiet confidence. The hikers step aside, holding their breath as it passes within feet of them. Its eyes meet theirs, intelligent, calm, ancient. In that silent exchange, fear turns into awe. They've witnessed not danger, but the quiet authority of one of nature's true kings. The blue whale encounter. Alone on the open sea, a kayaker drifts quietly, camera in hand. The water stirs below, and suddenly a massive blue whale emerges just beneath the surface. Its immense body stretches longer than a bus, its presence humbling and silent. The man stares in disbelief as the world's largest animal glides peacefully under his kayak, close enough to touch. For a few heartbeats, time stops. The ocean, vast and endless, feels alive with power. Then, as silently as it came, the whale sinks back into the deep, leaving behind only ripples and pure wonder. The giant flying fox. At a small cafe in Bali, tourists marvel at an enormous flying fox hanging from a wooden beam. Its wings stretch wide like black silk, and its curious eyes watch the people below. One tourist steps closer to film, speaking softly, but the bat suddenly lunges, wings flaring in a flash of movement. The group jumps back, startled but unharmed. The bat settles again, clinging silently. It's a reminder that even gentle-looking creatures demand respect. Wild animals, no matter how calm, are never truly tame, and beauty in the wild always comes with boundaries. The Deepsteria jellyfish. Miles beneath the ocean's surface, a diver's camera captures something ethereal, a Deepsteria jellyfish, its translucent form drifting like liquid glass. The creature pulses slowly, its wide bell rippling in ghostly waves. Every movement is hypnotic, almost unreal. Floating silently, it resembles a living veil of light. Scientists call it one of the ocean's most mysterious beings, rarely seen and barely understood. In the dark expanse of the deep sea, it moves without sound, without hurry, a fragile phantom reminding us that the most alien worlds might exist right here on Earth. So, dear friends, this was our video for today. What do you think? Tell us in the comments section. Until then, take good care of yourself. Goodbye.